People told me that I can't dance, that sport it's not for me, that wheels aren't sexy, so I became a world medalist Latin dancer. They said that it's impossible to get by myself, so I live independently, I drive, and I travel the world. They think that if I'm on wheels, I can't get a good job, I can't join the army, I'm not worthy to be a spouse. So I excelled as a soldier, I became a lawyer, and I'm the best girlfriend ever. They said that extreme sport, it's not for me. So I dive, I fly, I water ski. Each time they told me that I can, it made me want to discover how much I can. I innovate, I initiate, I choose to reinvent myself endlessly. I fight for inclusion, for accessibility. I have and deserve endless possibilities, and so are you. Be what you want to be. Don't let others to decide what you cannot be. Just stand up for yourself.
Hi everyone, how are you? Good morning, good evening. You all look beautiful. I'm honored and excited to be here today. Thank you so much. And thank you, Shira, also for the introduction. Well, a day for all. Sounds perfect, right? Well, the most important part of that headline, in my eyes, is the question mark. Because as long as we'll keep questioning that, we will search and find creative ways to advance that idea and to fulfill this wishful reality. I am Vital Zinger. I'm a social change maker and entrepreneur, a competitive athlete for 20 years now. And in the past decade, I'm also representing Israel as world medalist in Paralympic dance. I'm a dreamer and I'm a go-getter. And I enjoy finding innovative and interesting methods to advance social justice, to raise awareness, and to shift mindsets. Over the years, I worked closely with JDC and Israel Unlimited's programs and events. And most recently, I participated at the Fresh Paint Fair in the exhibit Don't Diss My Ability that JDC initiated. And that will actually also be presented tomorrow at the main event of the UN for people with disabilities. So that's super exciting. So Don't Diss My Ability is a special photography exhibit that showcased a different, much more hidden side of people with disabilities. Let's say, we dared to expose and express our sensuality, our sexuality, and our playful side. Who knew people with disability has that, right? So that is the beauty and the uniqueness of art. Art allows us to deal with stereotypes and push boundaries in a more approachable way, a more emotional and visual way, not by approaching people's logic, but by convincing their guts. In this exhibit, I felt that we raised a much needed discussion about sexuality and disability, which is a subject that is basically a taboo and that people tend to avoid and not talk about, although it's a very important and interesting part of our lives, and it's crucial to legitimize the discussion about it. People with disabilities are, when they're active and participating in the artistic field, whether it's by theater or dance or film or any other form of art, we can express our needs, our thoughts, our desires in ways no one else would. We can convey our own messages in an authentic and a powerful way. And you know what? It also allows the public to meet us in a genuine way, an uncensored way, which in my eyes, that is the ideal way to bridge any gaps. But it's only happening when we are there, and we're not there enough. Now, I want you to understand something critical. As a child on a wheelchair, when you grow up without ever seeing people with disabilities on TV shows or commercials, as a legitimate representative of beauty and talent, it gives you the feeling that only people without disabilities are okay to be admired. When kids with disabilities grow up when none of their dolls has a disability, when they don't see artists, actors, singers with disabilities on the mainstream entertainment world, when people with disabilities are totally absent from the public sphere that is not even accessible for us, Eventually, we grow up thinking that we are not good enough to be out there, to be visible, to be proud of who we are, and God forbid, to be a role model. And that is what I'm dedicated to change. For me, as a woman who rocks and rolls on my wheels, art allows me to rise above my disability. Why walk when you can dance, right? Dancing enables me not only to express myself without limits, but also to empower and inspire my viewers to rise above their own limits. I love using dance as a tool to create an impactful change in people's lives. I dance Latin style, samba, cha-cha, very sexy, fast, and complex dance styles, and I do it on my wheels. Every performance, I see the way people react instantly to what they see, most of the time for the first time in their lives. And it literally changes a person's perspective much faster and in a more significant way than yet another set of data or info. I'm 33 years old and I'm blessed to be a professional dancer on wheels. But my to-do list is long. I want to be the first model in Israel on a wheelchair. I want to be the first Israeli actress on wheels. But I also hate the fact that we're almost in 2021 and we're still talking about being the first. It is about time to see way beyond our disabilities and to shift the focus on our talent. When I was dreaming about becoming a top-notch dancer in a wheelchair, people around me did not understand how that even possible. What does Latin dance have to do with a wheelchair? Well, 20 years later, it wasn't easy, but now they understand. Let's not wait another 20 years to make them understand the rest. Thank you.